is Joe Bitar.
This is Ramon Robles.
And we talk to fascinating people about their love of hunting, shooting sports, and the outdoors. This is Hunting Matters. All right. Okay. So, hey, Ramon, what's up?
What's up, Dr. Bitar? How are you?
Just out mowing the yard. I came in, took a shower, cleaned up for you guys.
I highly doubt that.
Put a little makeup on my beard. It's hardly gray anymore. Can you tell?
It looks like your screen's a little sharper. Do you have a new computer?
I have a new computer.
Wow! Congratulations.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, when you get a new computer, you forget. Oh, I had this software on the other one, and I didn't change it over, and they've already wiped my computer. So, oh well.
Is that true? Did somebody wipe? Did you wipe your computer?
We have a IT group that cleans our stuff. So.
Ooh, you know, the great thing about being married to a woman in IT is you always have the shiniest new electronic and your printer always works.
Yeah.
I don't know what else you need in a wife.
Well, folks, if you're joining us this week on Hunting Matters, we have Gabe Sauceda, and who's the director of training at Copendero Indoor Archery Pistol and Rifle Range. And I'm not going to say that full name the whole time we're talking today. And also Travis Clark to the right there. That's our director. He's the director of operations up at Copendero as well. So, fellas, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us. We're super excited to be here with you guys. We appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah, and I noticed you got a fire going there. What's that about? Because it's only 100 degrees in Houston.
Yeah, that's where the heat's coming from. Yep. We're sourcing it all from here.
Nice. Well, you guys I've had the opportunity to go over and visit with you guys on a few occasions. And actually, we're going to be conducting an event out there this week, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Gabe, what's your background?
So me, to be honest with you, I wasn't always in the firearms industry. Before this, I was working at a recording studio. Music was my background about 15 years ago. I was doing audio engineering. I met the wonderful Travis, and he was starting up a gun club at the time. This was around 2011, 2012. And I met Travis, and I jumped on board with him. And ever since then, you can call it that I got bit by the bug or whatever you want to say, but it just stuck with me. It was a passion I had no idea it was a part of my destiny, I guess you can call it. But It was something that just stuck with me. I grew a passion for it. I absolutely love doing it still to this day. 13 years later, it's still something I love doing, and still alongside with Travis, he's been great to work with. From there, I started doing a lot of competing. We opened up Athena Gun Club. We did Boyert Shooting Center. We opened up a few shooting ranges here in the Houston area. Couple of years ago, we started with the project of Copendero. COVID got in the way of our original opening date, so we were backed up a little bit. Travis, what was it, like a year and a half?
Yeah, it took an extra 2 years. I mean, May of 2022.
Yeah,
we were supposed to be open, and obviously that didn't happen. And that was like the fourth push, I think it was. So,
yeah. So aside from that, I've been doing anything from basic through advanced courses, working with law enforcement as well, private training, anything you can kind of really think of. We've done something along the lines of that. So as far as my background, I originally started picking up through competitions, and that's where I really started to kind of realize that this is something I want to be doing. And not only that, just helping others and putting others on track of becoming a safe and educated firearm owner and shooter.
Cool. And Travis, have you always been in this business?
No, I was in recreation management for 20 years, and I've done social work, and I worked for Boys Town back in the day, so a bunch of foster kids and stuff like that. So mostly nonprofit. Then I did recreation management, and then we came in this in about 2011. I left Prairie View A&M. I was quad director up there, and I just wanted to change. So I met John Borton and started in this industry, and I've always loved guns, but I just grew to love this industry. I mean, every day is different. I get guns every day. They're all over the place. They come. It's like new toys every day.
Yeah.
You can shoot them. You don't get sick of it. It's a lot of fun. And the people we work with, like, I love working with Gabe too. We have a great team here. A lot of us have been together for a long time, and it shows. When your staff likes it, everybody coming in feels that. If they don't want to be here working, they're happy that you feel it too. So we like to have a good, tight group. And hopefully when people come in here, they feel that it's a good place.
It's funny how I found over the years that people who are involved with firearms together and people who are hunting together and fishing together are generally good people. I very seldom have been at a shooting range or in hunting camp or on a lake or whatever. I've met people that I just didn't like.
Yeah,
it's funny how they're just decent people.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree with you more.
What's that?
I said I couldn't agree with you more. All the people we get in here daily, another part of the job that I like is just getting to meet all the cool people that come in here, and exactly like you said, just getting to meet all the other people that share the same hobby or just as enthused about the sport as you are.
Yeah. So tell us about Copendero's origin story. I've met the owners, the originators behind it, and I got to tell you, not only did you guys raise the bar, but you raised it times 100 and what you guys did. Now, obviously, there's a lot of vision and thought and focus into building Copendero, the physical plant, the details, the operations, what you guys are going to offer. So tell us a little bit about how that idea came to fruition.
Well, we wanted to have a facility for everybody, and by everybody says everybody all the time. We mean like first-time shooters, experienced shooters, law enforcement, archery enthusiasts, people who, you like Black Rifle Coffee, come on in. We got you too there.
Yeah.
We just want somewhere that was welcoming to everybody, and that's kind of what we've gotten. Our demographics are not like I've ever seen before in any other place we have. About half of our membership is female, which is not really typical in this industry up until now, I guess. But so that's a good representation of what we're trying to do here is bring everybody in. If you're a first-time shooter, we want to set you up and do it. If you want to go 100-yard range and zero your stuff in, whatever you want to do, we can take care of you here. We have a bunch of law enforcement train here. Our whole basic mission was to not, as long as it's safe, not to say no to people. We want everybody coming here and do what they want. You want to do a gender reveal? Come on in and shoot that. You want to shoot your old BlackBerry phone that you hate? Come on, I'll tape it on a target for you. You can blow it away.
Nice.
I think one of the original ideas was to create a facility that's welcoming to everybody. Like Travis said, whether it's your first time coming in or you're a veteran, you've been shooting 1,000 times. This facility really just opens up the doors to anyone who's either curious about the industry or looking to get interested or looking to get into the industry. This place offers you a little bit of everything. So the original idea was, what can we do? How can we start getting more people involved and educate those about firearm safety and doing so correctly in a safe, comfortable environment?
Well, I want to go back to Travis's comment about the BlackBerry, because I recently just learned that when you get a new computer or a new phone and you think you've wiped the other one clear, people can still get in there, look at your old stuff, pick stuff apart. So you have to quite literally destroy your old electronic equipment or just keep it forever.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to take you up on that, Travis.
We've had offices rent the range out and just shoot their old equipment, printers, phones, you name it, come shoot it.
Yeah.
As long as it's not going to explode, we're going to let you shoot it.
Yeah, that's right.
I love it. I love that. Okay, I'm on my way.
Ramon's got a closet full of outdated electronics.
He's got a new computer, so he should be able to bring his old one in, right?
Yeah, exactly. Where'd the name Copendero come from?
That's a kind of a nickname Jerry had, our own Jerry Copeland, and I can't do the story justice. He's going to tell you one time.
Yeah, that's a Jerry question.
That's a Jerry story. I don't want to get it wrong.
Okay. We'll have to talk to him about that. I'm very curious about the name. So, what? Obviously, I know because I've been there, and you guys are a partner with Houston Safari Club Foundation, and we thank you for your support. But when I walked in, Ramon, this is my face when I walked into Copendero. First, I drive up to it, and I'm like, whoa. And then you walk in, and I'm like, so tell us about all the things that you guys have. I know we did a tour like 2 hours, but let's say we're virtually walking somebody through the door and all the things that you guys offer there.
Okay, so upon walking in, you're going to notice taxidermy. I mean, that we got mounts all over the wall. That's usually what the first thing people say when they walk in. One of the other reasons we have 2 crocodiles just beautifully mounted right at the front entrance, right by the stair steps. So you'll probably notice that first. Also, you're going to step right into kind of our retail side of things. So right when you walk in, you're going to be in our retail side. we have just about anything you can imagine, whether it's accessories, semi-automatic handguns, rifles, shotguns, anything in between. We have suppressors, optics, accessories, like I mentioned. As far as that goes, we also have a full range for those who haven't been here before. We have 100 yards indoor. We have 5 lanes, 100 yards indoor, which that is what's a real big catch here at our facility. Everyone's looking to do that. As we mentioned earlier, the Texas heat, you got to shoot indoors sometimes during the summer, and having that 100 yards indoor, it's really ideal for those who are looking to zero or just get their rifles ready for hunting season or anything along those lines. We also have 12 pistol bays, 25 yards. We also have a state-of-the-art targeting system. So with that, we have cameras installed on our targeting system, so you don't have to bring the target back every single time to take a look at where your shots are going. We kind of thought of a little bit of everything. This was actually one of our first ground up buildings. Right. We were actually able to put all the small details that we wanted to do, aside from the other facilities that we kind of had to turn into a shooting range, and we didn't get all the options that we really wanted. So with this facility being something that we put from the ground up, all the little details go a long way, and it paints a really good picture for us. Archery, we have archery as well. So if you're looking to do any archery, get it started, or if you already are comfortable doing that, whether it's compound, recurves, we have 8 lanes total, 25 yards. With archery, we have 3D targets set up. We have paper targets. You're more than welcome to move those around and set them up however you'd like. So it's not necessarily a set in stone targeting system. You can come back and it'll be rearranged a whole different way. Like I said, giving you the option to kind of move those around and set it up the way you would want to, and go after the targets that you would most interested be in. The really cool part about this facility, I think, is our VIP lounge, which is actually where we're sitting in right now. This is also what I call like the other better part of the facility. So I think we have the 100 yards and the VIP room. Those are my 2 favorite parts of the building itself. I think the VIP room is very unique. Again, going back to the small details that paint a pretty picture. This room itself, it's one of those things that you just have to kind of walk in, and it's going to do all the talking for us. We have a full bar. We have poker table, pool table, shuffleboard. We have a balcony. It's the whole 9 yards.
And Travis, I believe you shared with me that a lot of the wood in that room you're sitting in came from an old barn.
Right, a barn in Pennsylvania, and we have musket balls in it from Civil War, from just we have no idea where it all came from, but they're all these things were reclaimed from a barn in Pennsylvania, and they have musket balls in them.
Yeah,
you can touch them, feel them, see them, and everything. It's really cool. So reclaimed wood, just have that little extra touch. So it's not, we didn't want like that hollow plaster or whatever it was. We want real wood in here. Get a good feel. I mean, try to spare no expenses on this thing.
Yeah.
We also have a restaurant, full restaurant. So if you want to eat here too, and we serve Black Rifle coffee, which, we had to get special permission from Matt Best to do that. So we can serve it here, not just sell it, which is kind of a big win for us.
Yeah.
So running a non-restaurant small business is hard enough, but you went ahead and decided, you know what, let's go ahead and throw in a restaurant to boot.
Yep. And a bar.
Yep.
Yeah. And bar. Wow. I admire that. Why not?
Well, it's for events, you can't beat it. I mean, people come in here, you can see them going, okay, I want to do this here on my birthday, my bachelor party. You guys do corporate stuff, and it answers to everything. Like I said, if it's not dangerous, the answer's going to be yes. So, I mean, we've done gender reveal and diaper parties in here in the VIP. So
nice.
And that was new for me. So
Wait, did you say gender reveal diaper party?
Yeah, diaper party. So like, I guess it's like a
baby shower.
Baby showers.
Yeah.
So we've done baby showers here. They shoot downstairs, come over here, exchange gifts and stuff like that. We've exploding like these targets explode pink or blue.
Yeah.
We don't have 2 genders, so pink or blue, pick one. That's it. No purple. But
we'll just leave that topic. Gender topic. I was confused because I thought it was like that. Ramon, remember that year at Halloween that you had that diaper party when all the grown-ups showed up wearing nothing but diapers?
Hey, if it's safe, we'll do it.
Okay.
It was a different kind of diaper party.
The other thing that was cool that jumped out at me is, I know there's a lot of little details, but the meeting space, the classroom space?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so
Um,
that was something I really, as far as being an instructor, I really wanted a classroom feel for the actual classes. Some of the other rooms we worked with in the past have been a little small. It feels more like an interrogation room. So with the classrooms, we have the drop-down projector screens. Every class we offer has PowerPoints behind it, so keep the students a little more engaged with the classroom, giving you exactly, as I mentioned, more of a classroom feel rather than a lecture, right? So you kind of lose the attention with some students just standing there talking over and over for hours or however much time you're spending there. So having the PowerPoints, the slideshows really keeps them engaged. There's videos included with some of those, so it helps them keep their attention, and they walk out feeling a little bit more educated. They walk out feeling like they actually learned something rather than just sat through a speech or a lecture, as I mentioned.
the audio visual connection to the ranges too. Tell us about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So the classrooms have connection to the cameras downstairs in the shooting range. So if we're doing a class and we're talking about holster draws, reloads, moving and shooting, or anything along those lines, I can have another instructor downstairs giving us those demonstrations while the students are in the classroom watching on the projector screen. So it's a really cool system. Like I said, it gets pretty personal with how we do the training here. It gets you not only the visuals, but it gets you a pretty good understanding of what we're talking about, how we're doing it, rather than just standing there giving you, a run-on sentence on how to draw from the holster.
The other thing, Ramon, I think I told you about this. Last time I visited Copendero, you and I had a podcast scheduled that day, and I was kind of running you through some stuff. The other thing is safety first always at this thing. They've got great qualified instructors, very knowledgeable people working the countertop, but also, that great crown room they've got upstairs. If you go upstairs, you're automatically cut off from access to the downstairs area gun ranges too.
Yeah.
They have a system set up where it's automated. That you're automatically shut off of there. So you definitely separate the business with the social stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah. So of course we want everyone to have fun, but as you mentioned, doing it safely. So we have a pretty good system that works well for us. We ask all the guests coming in to do the shooting, all the fun stuff first, and then they can come up here to the bar and have the rest of the half of the fun up here. The way it works is we have IDs. The bartender will scan your ID and it connects to the systems downstairs. So let's just say you go to the crown room, you have a couple of drinks, you decide, hey, I want to purchase a handgun. You can purchase it. You just unfortunately wouldn't be able to take it home that day because it is going to red flag you once you go downstairs and try to do anything, whether it's the shooting range, purchasing handguns, things along those lines. It's going to red flag you. So the system upstairs is connected downstairs and definitely lets the front desk know what the status of this individual or the member.
Gabe, I think it's a great idea that you do that, and it's really great that you still let them buy the gun.
Yeah, that's right. So we're not
Let's
going to say no, we can't pick
Yeah.
it up that day.
That's right.
All safe.
Yeah, that's right.
I like that.
I'm thinking that you got a big spender coming in. He goes to the crown room first for a couple of hours, and then he peruses all the selection of here's two pistols.
Yeah.
Come on.
Everything.
Hey,
Yes.
yeah. I've never had a bow before. Oh, look, you have bows. Yeah, I'll buy one of those.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy. Do you have to be a member to come to Copendero?
No, you do not. We're open to the public. We do offer memberships that include lots of benefits, but we are open to the public all day, every day except Mondays.
Do you so you guys, I think you mentioned it before. I know obviously you instruct and teach men. Women is a quick, fast grow. I know you guys have a lot of courses there for women, even just situational awareness courses too, not just firearms courses.
Yeah, absolutely. So situational awareness courses is something that we offer. We are partnered with a really great instructor named Heather Hartman. She has about 19-20 years of law enforcement background. So that's something she specializes in as far as situational awareness. So we've partnered with her, and she does more of like the women's only courses, right? Not everyone wants to see me all day. So we have her as far as to get the women into the courses and a little more interested. She does a really good job of bringing the female clientele into the business.
We did a back to school situational awareness for like first year college students, stuff like that. She taught a class for incoming freshmen. It was all females, but it was open, and kind of eye-opening for them and see what to expect, how to walk on campus. I mean, stuff that, you know, I have $3 and I didn't think of everything she had. So
Yeah.
it was good to hear it, and it was well timed for it. So
Yeah, I know there was a Realtor Awareness Month, so I know she did a huge situation awareness class for realtors. So we're kind of always offering something a little bit different, whether it's with Copendero or we have partnered in Heather to do some of these classes with us. But we try to do a little bit of everything, not just necessarily say, hey, we only have one course to offer you.
I think the realtor thing was brilliant because, you know, I have friends that are realtors, Ramon, I'm sure you do too. We all do. Everybody knows somebody that sells real estate. But I thought it was kind of one of those things when I saw that course listed, I was like, oh, well, that makes absolute sense, especially women who are realtors that are in a house doing a showing by themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, if it was my wife, I would, number one, she'd be carrying. Number two is she would need to take this course or have an escort. You know, I mean, I can't imagine what it's like to be a woman in real estate these days, you know, where it's just, God forbid, you hope nothing ever happens, but you just don't think about that. And I was like, wow, that's brilliant.
Yeah, absolutely. I do a lot of the license to carry courses, so I've heard of just about every nightmare story you can imagine from realtors.
Well, one thing I want to get back to is Travis, who is the father of 3 daughters.
yes,
And also owns a gun store.
Jerry owns it.
Well, yeah, you runs a gun, has access to a cache of guns, I guess is what I was thinking of.
What, you know, along those lines, Ramon, to your point, and because you've got 2 young boys, what's the appropriate age to start getting kids on the range?
Well, we do classes. I mean, basically, we do hunters education. We partner with the Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts. We've done youth classes, stuff like that. We did youth archery camp this last summer. Basically, if they can demonstrate that they're safe with a gun, they can shoot. You have to be able to see over the bench, of course. So,
Right.
You know, it's a height thing. But in general, I mean, I've seen kids at 5 and 6 be excellent shot. I mean, safety's first. You got to be right there, you know, arms reach and everything, and not just like, here's a gun, here's your stall. You know, you have to be in the same stall with anybody under 18.
Right.
It's not one of those things we put an age on. It's more of an individual thing where can they handle it? You know, because I mean, not every 15-year-old can back the same. There's some,
Right. Yeah.
man, you put a gun in the hand of somebody, like, okay, well, we've got to teach you a little bit here.
Trust me, we raised 3 boys. They were all different. There was one I put behind the wheel of a car at 16. The other 2 probably not until they were 25.
Yep.
I mean, they're just all different. I want to go back for a second to the membership versus non-members. What's the advantage of being a member?
So one, you save some money. So if you're shooting often, let's just say twice a month at minimum, you're already kind of paying for its membership on its own. So it's $22 for the pistol range itself. Our standard membership is $50 a month. So again, if you're shooting more than twice a month, it's technically paying for itself there. On top of that, you get discounts on training, firearms. You get priority list, essentially meaning if you walk into the building and we have hour, 2-hour wait list, you're going to jump straight in front of the line, and pretty much it's like the express pass at Disney, if you want to call it that. But you get that access. Some of the other benefits would be with certain sales that we have, members get priority on those. So we would allow our members to come in, for example, let's just say Black Friday. We have members come in an hour before we actually open up, and they get to have first grabs at some of the products and firearms that we have available for the public that day, basically before we open up to the public and allow anyone else to grab it. The VIP membership is essentially what I said plus more. You get guest passes, you get unlimited rentals, you get access to the crown room. The discounts are greater. You get more discounts on training, more discounts on firearms products. You name it, it's essentially giving you a discount on the entire facility.
Remember OnlyFans the discount training, the steel matches he does. You know, if you want to rent it out for a poker night or something like that, I mean, it's and your first drink's free every time.
Right.
As a member.
Yeah. So every
visit, VIP member.
Every visit as a VIP member, your first drink is free. So that's always a plus there.
It's very nice, very nice. And you guys do manufacturers days on the weekend and stuff?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So it's not every week or anything along those lines. We try to do about once a month or something along those lines. We have vendors come out and talk about their products. They give the public the chance to look at new products that they're coming out with. We do demos with them as well, so you get to go hands-on with some products that maybe not be coming out for X amount of time, or you get to try out that one firearm that you've seen only on YouTube or TV. So it's a really good opportunity for the guests to meet the rep that we deal with here every day. They get to talk about the products, learn products, and of course, everyone loves free swag, so that's also a plus for them there.
I always like to talk to the guys who live, eat, and breathe that handgun, that rifle, whatever, that bow, whatever. That's always great to, because I mean, you guys always have them in your hand too, but it's nice to, like, hey, what's the next best thing you got coming out too?
They're the expert on their product, so I mean,
Yeah.
there's no one who's going to be able to answer the questions better than they do. So.
Right.
Gabe, what's your favorite course to teach?
I like doing custom courses. That changes it up for me. It really kind of pushes me as an instructor to get creative and tailor courses around certain students. Everyone has different goals, different things that they want to do. So we offer custom courses here at Copendero, and that essentially allows me to consult with the student and really understand where they are. And they give me a few topics that they're interested in learning in, and I basically tailor a course around their specific wants and needs, and of course, skill set. So that's probably something that I enjoy doing most. Again, just because it challenges me the absolute most as an instructor.
That's
Sorry to interrupt, Joe
No.
Butar, but Gabe, what would you consider the largest animal you could take down with your bare hands? Travis, you're next, and don't try to overthink him.
I know you can't see me in person right now. I'm on a screen, but I'm a pretty big guy. I would say I can do
Bare hands, no knives, no weapons, no sticks.
and I would say
Don't say you.
no, I would say like a I don't know. I'd like to say a mountain lion, but I don't think so.
Okay, maybe a small one, maybe a malnutrition.
Smaller one, yeah, like a domesticated mountain lion or something.
a kitten.
Yeah.
Travis?
Yeah, this is a tough one. A goat? I don't know. Goat? Pick up the easy. I don't want to work for it.
Yeah.
Them bookers are mean, so that is actually an accomplishment.
Remember that time at Goat Yoga, Ramon?
Yep,
I got to be the goat, so.
that's how I know it.
So you guys have a big occasion coming up there at Copendero.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about what's happening, what it is, and how can people get involved and find out about it.
Yeah, so we have, I can't believe it's already here, but our 1-year anniversary coming up this Saturday on the 28th. As far as what to expect that day, it's going to be a grand event. We're going to have a lot of vendors out here demoing their products. We're going to have Smith & Wesson, HK Watchtower, SDS. We're going to have US Law Shield out here as well.
Watchtower,
Yeah, Watchtower.
Mac,
So there-
TSOC.
Yeah, TSOC. There's going to be a lot of different products for guests to try out. There's going to be a lot of giveaways. We have raffles. There's going to be drawings for firearms. I know we got insane deals. There's going to be
And we're dropping half off some firearms. So if you want,
Yeah.
we're happy we're here. We're happy we're finally open. We want to get back to people who've been supporting us. So we're giving 50% off some guns. We're doing free giveaways. We're giving away some stripped lowers. No purchase necessary on some of them. And I mean, for the rifles, we're throwing them out there for $199.
yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it's and MSRP is a little higher than that. So
Yeah.
We're expecting a long line at the beginning of the day. Hopefully it's not like any of those Black Friday videos you see online or anything, but
I'm with gun owners. No, it won't.
yeah, you'll see. It's going to be an awesome day. If you guys are free that day, please come by. We'd love to have you there. It's going to be a great day. We also have the Crown Room open to the public that day, so you don't have to be a VIP member on the 28th to come up here and enjoy the Crown Room. Of course, drinks are not going to be free, but having access to the room itself, that's going to be
check it out.
Yeah, a cool feature for the day.
And what time do you guys open and close on Saturday?
That's going to be from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. So the event's going on throughout the entire day. Yeah, 10 to 7.
Got it. And then you guys have a couple of other events coming up where I think I see from my notes here, October 3rd, you're doing a steel target shoot. What's that?
Yeah, so I don't want to say recently, but we do steel matches here once a month. So
I'm sorry, let's back up a little bit. So for our uneducated people who are not educated about steel matches, explain what that is.
Yeah, so what we're doing is we're running competitions using steel targets. So if you've ever seen a video of people shooting at a target and it makes that ringing sound, that's essentially what the steel target is. Something about that sound just drives people crazy and they want to go in there and shoot the steel targets. We do use frangible ammunition as well, so we're not using the full metal jackets, so we're not getting any backsplash or anything like that. We've said it 1,000 times, safety is priority, so the frangible ammunition makes it safe and fun for everyone to come in and enjoy the steel matches. So what we do is we run typically about seven stages of steel matches, courses of fire. So there's different courses of fire that we set up. We have competitors come run through. It's all based off of fastest time. So whoever is the fastest shooter, right, at the end of the day is considered the winner. So we usually do prizes at the end of these. We sometimes have done it with manufacturers sponsoring, like HK. We've done TSIS, who has sponsored matches, and they usually donate a free handgun for the winner there. So it has a really cool prize at it. It makes people want to really try. We get all sorts of people with all sorts of backgrounds in the shooting world, whether it's your first time coming in or, like I said, you're a veteran shooter. These matches kind of make it fun for everyone. It's a good opportunity to come in and meet other shooters and put your skill set to the test and see where you are, speed-wise, accuracy-wise, essentially all around. We try to test you as much as possible with these matches and really see where you are with your skill set.
You can react to steel targets in there. Shooting paper is fun, but
right,
you get the little ping and you know you hit it.
Yeah.
And the other thing is most people don't get a chance to go in front of the bench, so they get to go downrange. So they actually like not shooting from the bench, they get to go down there. We teach more classes, so
yeah,
it's a special opportunity. It's all safe and everything. That's first, but they get to go downrange and shoot these targets from a closer distance and like that. And it's just a different experience, and
absolutely,
most people probably haven't done it. So the first time you do it, they all want to come back after they've done it once.
Yeah.
The dueling tree is popular because you can go against somebody too.
Yeah.
So you knock all his back, and whoever has them all on his side wins. And
so we usually use the dueling tree if there's a tie. We go with the sudden death match, and they can go after it with the dueling tree there.
Yeah. Is that on the 100-yard range?
Most of it's pistol shooting. We will in the future have a rifle steel match, which will be held in the rifle range. So that'll give you the whole 100 yards to work with. As far as what we've done in the past and what we're doing here coming up on the 3rd would be all pistols, and that's going to be in the pistol range. So 25 yards maximum as far as what you're going to be shooting.
The indoor 100-yard range is fascinating to me. I'm sure it blows everybody's mind because every time I've ever mentioned anybody, they're like, 100 yards indoors, come on.
Yeah.
I have 2 questions about that. Noise level. Of course, we all wear hearing protection on the range, and we all should always wear it when we're shooting firearms. But what's the noise level when you're shooting? 270, 300 Win Mag, whatever. And as my second part to that question is, do you have limitations on calibers?
The limitation on calibers, you can pretty much shoot anything up to 50 BMG in our range. So I mean, you have pretty much the full board to work with. As far as loudness, the level of noise that's happening in there, we did our part as far as putting the range together and doing little things that would help reduce that noise.
We did a lot of sound dampening with the techniques like that. We put special stuff in there to make it so it absorbs the sound and like that. So yeah, and I mean it's pretty quiet actually. It's one of the quieter ones that I've been around. So
right now, regardless, you're shooting indoors. So are you going to hear some noise? Absolutely, yes. That's just the inevitable side of indoor ranges. But as Travis mentioned, we put, I can't remember, I think it's 2 to 3 inch thick foam on the back wall to help reduce a lot of the noise. The lanes itself, so each individual lane has an extended wall that reaches out a little bit further than most ranges do.
Right, we do a standard one. We added to the length to it, so you don't get muzzle flash from your neighbor, and then the sound is aimed downrange and not outside the front, so you don't get that guy with a composite or something like that shooting next to where it affects your shooting.
Yeah.
I always hated the see-through ones because you get the flashes next door. The guy shooting to, and I didn't like the ones where the bench was so close to the end. The guy was, the person next to you, they end of the gun was out past the thing, and you kept seeing flashes in front
Right.
of you. Just from a comfort level and from like, shooting level, getting rid of that was priority for me, because I wanted everybody coming here to be comfortable with, being in the range like that. And that just, that's paramount to me. I mean, it makes a huge difference. And I like the fact that the camera's on the trolley. So when you're 100 yards, spotting scope, you don't have to bring it back. You look at your cam, you look at your pad, and you can see exactly where you hit.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
Saves so much time.
It
Oh
does.
yeah.
I mean, I listen, I love shooting, but when you're on the bench and you've got to run 100 yards down range to go check and see, I mean, even you can look on the spotting scope stuff, but I still like to go down there and look. But that saves so much time just being able to look at the screen.
It's easy from doing the walk of shame if you didn't hit your target.
Right. The other thing I wanted to ask you about that is, because I need to come in and sight in a new rifle. Can you bring in your own lead sled, or do you have supports there, or what, benches, or what's the setup like?
So you're more than welcome to bring your own things. We're never going to really say no unless it's a dangerous option. But we do have setups available. So we have a few different types of rests. We try to accommodate every shooter. So everyone kind of likes a few different things. We have the sandbags. The what was that called?
The X-Rest.
The X-Rest, yeah.
It's a polymer one, and I mean, I think we have 3 or 4 different options, and you're welcome to bring anything you want.
Yeah.
It's like you said, as long as it's safe.
Yeah. We do have benches in the shooting range, so you don't, you're not having to kneel on the floor or anything.
Right.
We extended benches so that it's 4 feet, I think.
Yeah.
So it's you're not having to balance your stuff, and it's a wide area to work with. Went with the maximum width we could go on each lane, while keeping enough in that thing. So we're wide and deep. So it makes huge difference when you're bench shooting in there.
Right.
But do you have the, I call them lead sleds, but do you have the lead sled type rest?
Absolutely. Yes.
Is that what you're talking about? Okay. Got it. The less crap I have to haul up there, the better.
Oh yeah.
And everybody likes to shoot a little different, so we keep those options because the bags, so
yeah.
People have
bipod and
So we're going to be doing a competition with you guys. You were talking about, varying up, and that you like to do custom courses and things like that. We're actually going to be, Houston Safari Club is going to be doing something with you guys next year, where I think we're doing bow, handgun, automatic, maybe semi-automatic too. I can't remember what all, but it's basically kind of like a round robin. Everybody gets to go and compete on everything you've got, which I'm excited about. I think it's going to be a huge draw.
Yeah, absolutely. And putting it together, it's always fun to see it happen live. Everyone always talking about how much fun it was to do this and to do that. Each time we've done it, it gets a little bit better.
Yeah.
So as you mentioned, it's going to be archery, rifle, pistols, and that's going to be a variety of different handguns and full autos as well. So that basically brings a whole new challenge, a whole new feel to this kind of competition. It's very challenging, but fun for everyone, whether you're comfortable shooting, whether you've been shooting for years. This is just a fun, challenging kind of experience that I think is very unique in its own way.
Also in October, you guys have a defensive rifle course. I've never heard of that before. Explain that.
So this is going to be hosted by myself and one of our reps, Craig Summers. He's with SDS Imports. So what we're going to be doing is gathering up a group of students who are interested in learning a little bit more about defensive rifle shooting. So essentially what comes after, okay, I purchased my first rifle, I'm comfortable shooting it, I understand the functions of it, I've been shooting paper targets all day, all year, what comes after that? Yeah. So this is where we really start to get into the details of recoil management, driving that rifle. We talk about reloads, moving, shooting, coverage behind barriers. We start tapping into more of the defensive side of rifle shooting rather than just kind of like the accuracy, standstill, paper target shooting. We're going to go over zeroing, holdovers, things along those lines that just would help. I don't want to say the average shooter, but something along like the lines of the average shooter to move forward and kind of start building a skill set of their own.
Very cool. And also like the fact that you guys do simple courses, what some would consider simple, things like how to clean your gun.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So we offer that every month. It's the last Sunday of every month. We do handgun cleaning courses, $35. It includes a cleaning kit. We do about an hour course with our gunsmith, Joe. He's going to kind of go over the basic field strip. Nothing too crazy. We're not taking it completely apart, but he's kind of going over your basic handgun cleaning. You know, what the benefits are from certain products, like what lubricants to use, what oils to use, cleaning equipment, what works well,
and why you're doing these things.
Right. Yeah.
Like, what are you preventing? What are you looking to do when you're cleaning your gun?
Absolutely.
Because just wiping it down, I mean, everybody has learned difference. We want to put that tool there so they can, you know, keep their investment, you know,
right,
in working order and everything, and safe and operational.
So something we always talk about to the guests coming in, or the students taking those courses, is, well, if this is something that you're going to be using, some people are just there for the fun side of it, right? People use their handguns just for the sporting side. Others are using it for the defensive side of things. Just try to get them to understand the importance of, if this is something that you're using to as a defensive tool, you want it to be operating 100%. If I know that, you know, this gun has 1,000 rounds through it, it may jam up. You know, that's something that you as a firearm owner need to be responsible for, right? If this is something that you're using, you want it to run and operate at 100%, not just sometimes, but every time that firearm is on you.
Right, because when you need it, you want it to be operational, and keep it in good repair is that's number one right there. Because you're not gonna have time to clean it and stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. And you guys, you said handgun, but you guys also teach rifle cleaning courses as well.
Yes, rifle as well.
Yeah. And what's your opinion? I'm going to ask you right now, put you on the spot. What's your opinion? Because I hear from different people different things. Well, I don't really do a full cleaning of my rifle because I don't want to mess it up. I don't mess up the sighting and the scope and all that stuff.
Right.
How often should you clean your rifle? Let's take water and moisture. It hadn't been rained on, but how often do you recommend a full cleaning on a hunting rifle?
If you're asking me, I would say clean it after every use, right? So that's me. You ask someone else, I guarantee they'll probably give you another answer. But if you're asking me, I would say after every use. There's been times where I go out on the blind and I don't use it at all. But the humidity, the dirt, the grime, it just doesn't always get as dirty as you want it to be. But again, if this is something I'm using, whether it's to put food on the table or to defend myself with, this is something I want to be operating at its full potential, right? So if I have the idea of, well, that dirt that kind of went into the bolt may cause an issue, well, I'd rather take care of that problem right then and there than to kind of see and hope it doesn't actually jam up on me the day of.
My answer is, after I use it, I'm gonna drop off the gunsmith here, have him clean it.
Yeah,
that's how I'm cleaning guns is fun when, you know, for a while, but if I can have someone else clean it for me and do a better job, that's my honest opinion.
good idea.
I'll take them in for a good, thorough breakdown cleaning, but I'm one of those weirdos. I like to sit in front of the TV and watch football. I love the smell of gun cleaning solution. I don't know what it is, but I'll sit there. I guess it's a childhood thing. It's just a memory for me. Sitting on the floor of my mom's living room and cleaning a single shot 410 shotgun was always fun to me. You know, because I thought that was serious business. I'm almost a man now. I'm cleaning my own gun, you know, but I just love cleaning guns. But as far as the full breakdown stuff, I'm with you, Travis. I go to a gunsmith. Yeah. Well, guys, listen, Copendero Indoor Archery Pistol and Rifle Range, the full name. Their website is copendero.com. There is a huge event going on Saturday, the 28th. It's their 1-year anniversary. You guys sound like you have a fantastic day planned up. I'm definitely going to try to get by there. Is there anything you want to leave our listening audience with before we go? Run out of time.
If you haven't, come by. I mean, it's the building itself speaks for itself. We can sit here and talk about it all day, but until you come in here and see what we actually offer, it's a whole different story once you walk in through those doors.
I mean, it's a gun range that people want to take tours, and that's not normal. I mean, we have enough that we take you around. It's not Universal Studio size, but we take you around, show you everything, what's here and everything, and it's something to take in. It's really something.
Yeah. Ramon, have you been shopping on the website for?
Actually, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, it's another interview that's going to cost me about $2,000.
Come on out.
Travis Clark and Gabe Sauceda with Copendero. Thank you guys so much for joining us, and I look forward to seeing you Saturday. Of course, I'm gonna see you tomorrow night because we're doing a private event tomorrow night.
We'll see you.
So I invited Ramon, but he said he didn't want to be seen with me.
He didn't invite me. He actually didn't invite me. He's just
we'll get him in here another day if he can't make it.
He can come tomorrow night, unless they've got jiu-jitsu class.
He's already mowed the lawn, right? Who mowed the lawn? One of you guys mowed the lawn.
Yeah.
Not he's that excuse.
All right, folks, check them out. Copendero.com. That's Copendero.com. Thank you, fellas, for joining us. Appreciate you.
No problem. Have a good day.
You too.
Hunting Matters is a Houston Safari Club Foundation production, hosted by HSCF Executive Director Joe Bitar and Ramon Robles. Produced by Ramon Robles. Please rate, review, and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. For questions or more information, email us at info@wehuntwegive.org.